Hello, I'd like to report the biggest mugging in the history of competitive sports, please. Yes, I'll hold. So Liverpool, just Liverpool. You absolute sons of bitches. Somehow managed to not only withstand wave after wave of PSG attack with some brilliant defending, but managed to pull off one of the biggest smash and grabs in the history of competitive sports. Oh, I'm going to talk all about it. Alisson Becker, you absolute son of a bitch. Honestly, where would we be without him? Literally after the first two saves, I'm there going, oh my God. But then he just kept pulling out, as the game went on, just better save after better save. I don't think I've seen a goalkeeping performance like it. I think it's his best game for Liverpool. I mean, let's face it, without Allison, we would have lost 4-1 if we're being conservative. Oh my God, the difference having a world-class, not just a world-class, the best in the world in your goal. I mean, you just look at moments like the Napoli game a few years ago that we would have been out if he didn't make his save, went on to win it. The West Brom header where he scored in the 94th minute to get us into the Champions League, which he went all the way to the final in Paris, where we endured our own, that fucking bastard keeper performance. Now we're the bastards. God, it feels good. We're the bastards now. For once, we are the team where the opponent is throwing everything at us, where the other team should, in all rights, be winning. But there's just this fucking keeper, man. For us to go back to Paris and for us to be the baddies. But with Allison, I was thinking about it and I'm like, I don't think I felt love like this watching a football pitch for one single player on the pitch. Already by the fourth save, you're going, Allison! And then the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, where it's like this is one of those all-timer. Like, this is going in his catalogue. And like whatever about Napoli and West Brom and all his other games where he has absolutely saved us, pun very much intended, this has jumped straight to the top for me. Because one, let's face it, it's bollocks that we're playing PSG. This new format needs a serious rethink because where's the benefit in that? I felt such love for him. I was just bursting. I have to tell him, Allison, I love you. Queeve, if you could pass this on to Big Ali. You know I love you too, brother, but I'll try and calm down. There's a few things that got us this amazing result. One is Big Ali, of course, that big, beautiful, bearded bastard, man. Another one is Arne Slot, and the other one is Harvey Elliott. But I'm not finished with Allison yet. So let me break down some of Alisson's saves here. There's one where he's just one-on-one, where he's like, fuck. Nope, saves it. The other one where I don't know how you pronounce it, Kvaradona, who was really good, and I really wanted him. But that's fine. He's part of the enemy now. Where Alisson's gone this way, and then he just gets down to make this save. The free kick, I mean, just fingertips. The other curving shot at the same post where he just knocks it, just coming out and scooping the ball up. Oh my God! I know I normally just do it for goals, but I have to rank this on the patented fucking yes scale. So I mean, I'm gonna go for his performance overall. It's an all-timer goalkeeping performance in the Champions League. And he's so fucking gorgeous as well. There, I said it. Even if he only made half the saves he made, even if he just made 4 world-class saves instead of 8, he'd be ranking high on the fucking yes scale. But considering what he was able to preserve for us to go on and pull off the biggest heist in the history of football, fucking yes scale, that's a fucking 11.
The son of a bitch, pull it off!
So Allison, what a 24 hours. To keep a clean sheet in that game, to win man of the match, and now to become a fucking yes 11sman. Well earned, Big Ali. Another thing as well that I thought shouldn't be overlooked is Arne Slot himself, because his substitutions that he made during this game, each one was absolutely spot on. So let's look at the four subs. So Jones came on, another body in midfield. And not just a body, but just a calm, tidy performance. Do you know what I mean? Where he's just never looked panicked on the ball, especially when he went to goal up, which I'll talk about in a sec. Just calmness, confidence on the ball. Darwin Núñez, who did everything that you want of him. Every time the ball came into him, he's winning the header, or he's making it hard for the defender, or whatever. Just being a big bastard, which he ends up winning the ball for the goal, controlling it, getting the assist. Huge part in the goal, which we'll talk about a bit more. And for Slot to bring on Harvey Elliott. So that's a big call as well, because especially when you've got the contract stuff surrounding, it's like you don't want to upset any of them too much, because I'm fucking out of here. I mean, I know they're not that petty, but a weaker manager would be like, well, I can't take Salah off. Despite the fact that, Salah had a shite game. A few times, there was one where he had to just pass it into Darwin, where he had the full pitch in front of him. A few of our, what's usually our best players, didn't have a great game. Gravenberch's passing was crazy at points. And Salah's passing as well, where he's like, Mo. He's like, right, I'm taking you off. I'm putting Harvey Elliott on. Within 40 seconds, the ball is in the back of the net with Harvey Elliott's first touch. I'll get to it in a second. And of course, before all that, around 70 minutes, he brings on Endo. Good night, everybody. And speaking of Endo, this clip here of him just fucking give me that. Yes, man. 4 subs, 4 out of 4 success rate. And it was a big call. It's a big call to take Salah off, because he is well reported as, hating to come off, as they all do. But, you could see he wasn't happy, came off, but Slot this is what needs to be done. Takes him off, brings on Harvey Elliott, and let's talk about the goal. So again, first of all, Ali involved with a great kick up to Darwin. Darwin is able to jump up, be a nuisance, win the ball back kind of off his shoulder, but then to control it afterwards, where it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's gone from okay, I would have been, I know I'm all over the place. I would have been punching the air to get a 0-0 victory. I would have, of all our talk recently of imagine celebrating a draw, I would have ripped my shirt off for a 0-0 draw and ran the streets swinging it over my head. I would be punching holes in the wall with joy. But for Darwin to get the header, win it, and to not fire a shot off, because he had a bit of space to shoot. He was far out, and I think in other games, in other moments, he would have just tried the shot. But this time, he sees all the space. And fair play to Elliott, by the way, because he wasn't just standing there. He had to run a fair distance to get into that space, because he saw the space just completely open up in front of him. Darwin plays the pass in, and Harvey Elliott, with his first touch of the ball, but when that goal went in, do you know what? It was one of the rare times that we score a goal and I didn't make a sound. I was just like this. This was my genuine reaction. Of just, I couldn't even get words out. It was just just pure, what? Just a fucking ha goal. To the point where I'm lying in bed after all this, and my future wife, bless her, is asleep, and I'm lying there, and it's pitch black in the room, and I'm still just I'm trying not to wake her up, because I'm lying there and I'm just laughing. Every time I thought about it, I'm like, huh. Let's break down this goal on the patented fucking yes scale. So you've got Ali involved, of course. You've got Darwin Núñez, who made such a difference to Jota when he came on. Jota wasn't having a great game, and Jota is definitely your man if you want someone to just fucking put it in the goal. But this was one of these games where every time we had a break, we had just a huge amount of pitch in front of us. It was made for a big, strong, beautiful runner, someone who'll just ruffle feathers. Do you know what I mean? And I think with Darwin, I think the thing for him is he needs to have his feathers ruffled to wake himself up into a game. You know, he came on, and a few minutes after he was on, he had a thing with Donnarumma where he kind of clashed into him a little bit, and I was thinking at the time, like, good, he needs that. He needs to get the game in his hair, you know. So then every ball that came in to him, he's like, yeah, give me that. Anyway, breaking it down on the fucking yes scale. Passes it into Harvey. Harvey, who just comes off screen. I love that when you're like, who's there? And you just see Harvey running. First time shot, back across the keeper. And you know what? Normally, when a keeper gets a touch, I'm like, I kind of ruined the aesthetics of it. Not this time. Because it made it extra stark, the difference between their keeper and our keeper. It was just, if anything, Donnarumma getting a touch on it just makes Allison look better again, if that was even possible. Oh my God. Fucking yes scale. That's a 10. Congratulations, Harvey. Your first 10 and probably not your last. Absolutely. Just this team, man. How have we done that? I mean, really, all jokes aside, how the hell have we done that? PSG had, 27 shots or something mental, 70% possession, an XG of 2.5 something. We had an XG of 0.25. Our XG was actually 0 before that Harvey Elliott chance. And yet we somehow managed to not just leave with our clean sheet intact again for the third time in a row, but somehow managing the win as well. And PSG played brilliant. They were absolutely like all over us from minute 1 to minute 90. We had a couple of little half chances and our final ball was never there. Like we didn't play very well, but we defended very well. Especially the second half, where we kind of accept, okay, it's going to be this kind of game, so let's just, do this job. Rather than like, oh, why can't we get in the ball? Oh, we're not creating chances. It's like, no, okay, this is the sort of game we're in now. They're playing much better than us. Just hold. What I love about it, and you know what, it's just this team. And the team is so balanced. Like Slot has found his absolute preferred first 11, I think. The team are just so settled now. Here's a stat that I thought was quite interesting. This is the 6th time Arne Slot has named this exact starting 11 with Liverpool. That's more than Jurgen Klopp fielded any exact starting 11 in all of his 491 games in charge of the club. 5 times is his most with a particular 11. So Klopp only picked the same 11 5 times. Is that right? Big Arne, man. Big Arne. But the fact that we're taking a win to Anfield, and look, it's not like Anfield, as great as we normally play there, particularly on European nights. I think this is a very good PSG team. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that they'll score. So it's still very much on, but it's given us such a leg up. I was like, okay, now we don't even have to win at Anfield. Even just draw the game and we're through to the next round. And ignoring the fact that it's absolute bollocks that we're even playing them, while Arsenal get PSV and Aston Villa get Club Brugge, yet we finished top of the bloody Champions League. But you got to play the best to be the best. And you know what it does? This performance just adds an extra. This fucking team to this Arne Slot season. You know what I mean? That's what I want. And every time we have one of these sort of performances, it just adds to the flavour of this season. And you know what? The fact that it was in Paris, where the last time we played there, I think we all lost years of our lives in what was just a bad night. And in no small part for the other team's goalkeeper, now we've come back and not only won, but won as a result of our goalkeeping performance. Fucking get in, Ali. Next fixture, we are at home, Saturday, 3 p.m, my new favourite time slot. Against Southampton. And you know what? I like the fact that we're playing again kind of quick. I think this team is actually better when we're playing regularly. It was great to get the week off and all that. But I think when we play Southampton, we'll be even more fired up now. If I can take this quick moment, hat in hand, to ask you, if you haven't subscribed, I think about a third of the people who watch aren't subscribed. If you could hit that little button wherever it is, that'd be great. And again, I can't thank you, each one personally, But thank you so much to everyone who bought merch recently. The Endo t-shirts are selling quite well. I've just put this Run DMC style FKN YES t-shirt on the merch store. So if you're into that sort of thing, we have it in black and in white. So if you want one of those, check it out below. I'll be getting one myself. Or if you don't want to do anything and you're like, listen, mate, I just want to watch the videos, all right? Hey, I don't want to put any rules on you, man. No problem. So until next time, have a great week. Enjoy basking in watching these Allison highlights. Enjoy basking in inside Anfield or whatever it's called when we're away. Just enjoy it all. Enjoy this feeling, because I know I will. I will see you in a few days after the Southampton match, and up the fucking Reds.